program. Let's come back home now and talk about chess. And we have the news for you that Orchid Club have been awarded the hosting rights for the 2021 National Chess Championships. Cecilia, this is the first time where a private club has been given the hosting rights for this competition. And the tournament organizer, technical director, Rex Ogunaike, has been speaking on their plans for the championship and how they're trying to make it grand and different from previous editions.
Oh, it goes without saying that the kids need to be well trained, and we also see that they develop all these skills from playing chess, so it's best to start early. And they also have a passion for the sport, so we encourage them. It doesn't have to be all physical sports. Mental sports are good for children, for all of us anyway. First, exposure to the game, but we're happy that that is changing rapidly. But a lot still needs to be done. We still need to have more tournaments, FIDE-rated tournaments. We need better curricular training for them. We need more instructors. And we need more parents buying into the idea of chess as a mind sport and as a sport in general. The government also has to play a role in supporting clubs like ours and other initiatives that will help grow the game.
As the technical director of the Orchid Chess Club, speaking on how they can develop the sport in the country. But I talked about the national...
The hosting right,
yeah. The hosting rights are for next year's edition. That is the big one, chess. Unfortunately, one of the teams that made an unsuccessful campaign to be at the Paris 2024 Olympics.
They couldn't achieve that.
They couldn't achieve that. But then it's good to see that they're not discouraged and they intend to keep developing the sport in the country.
Yeah, absolutely. And the fact that you were talking about, having a private club, organizing a national tournament is big and huge, because you discover that, federations, most time these days, I mean, because of the pandemic and all that, most of them don't really have the funds and, the facilities and everything you need to put in place, because you have to, COVID-19 protocol must be thoroughly observed. And we've seen they were actually the first, federation to actually, they were the first club to host a competition post-COVID. No, there's still COVID. I mean, post-lockdown. After the lockdown, when, when ban was lifted on sports and all that. But then let's take a listen to him again when talking about how they got the hosting right?
Yeah, all right, then I was going to listen to the kids, but anyways, we'll get back.
Every year, National Chess Championship is organized by the Nigerian Chess Federation to pick the national champion for the country. And we're happy that the next one, we've been given the hosting rights, and we intend to make it a really grand one, better than all that has happened in the past. The sponsorship, the hosting, the branding, the outreach. We really plan it to be grand. We also wanted to reach out to people who don't know about the game, and also show that chess is not a boring game as people think it is. A lot goes on mentally. Maybe that's why people think it's boring, but believe me, it's very explosive. So we're looking forward to hosting the championship. We're looking forward to the players having a decent tournament. We're looking to pick a male and female national champion that will emerge from that tournament.
All right, then you're welcome back. We need to go on a break at first of the show. When we come back, we'll be taking a look at what went down in the Premier League yesterday. Manchester United seems to have found their form, especially at Old Trafford. Join us again. Welcome back to Channel Sport this morning. Our guest has joined us now. We're about to go into a full review of what went down in the Premier League yesterday. Ademola Ogunbona, it's great to have you on the show.
Thank you very much, Tayo. And good morning, TC.
Yeah, it's great to have you again, second time out. Before we go to the Premier League, though, we were talking about chess development before you came on.
Okay.
One of those sports where, as a matter of fact, I wonder what the attraction is for kids. I mean, there's football out there, money spinning, basketball, you make millions of dollars. Why chess in the first place? I mean, you can see all of these kids, 11, 12, 13, 14, teenagers.
The earlier, the better for these kids.
Yeah.
You catch them young when it comes to chess.
Yeah.
Chess is a game of the mind. mental awareness.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it doesn't spend a lot of money, so...
In time, it will. I mean, there's a story of a young Nigerian in the US of recent.
Okay.
And through chess, he got to meet, I think, the president or the vice president then.
Yeah.
I mean, this is an immigrant kid sleeping in
on the
one of these
yeah,
with the dad. But the dad made sure to instill the game early on with the kid, and so far so good.
So far,
Look
so
at where
good.
it has taken him to now. So
interesting.
Brilliant
Anyway,
for him.
Brilliant, brilliant indeed. So there was a kiddies tournament which was held on Saturday as well. That was at the Orchid Club, and a lot of these kids came out and thoroughly enjoyed themselves, and they've been speaking on their aspirations in the sports.
I'm not that good, but I've been trying my best to play, to be the best. Well, chess is like a hobby to me, so I learn like new stuff every day. I play puzzles, like 50 every day.
I've been playing chess since I think 2018 or 19, and now I think I'm getting better at it. I want to become a grandmaster around the world, known for my brain and thinking.
Chess is an intellectual game that you have to use your mind and concentration. You have to put all your concentration on. I want to be a grandmaster all over the world. I want to be known as someone that knows how to play chess up to the highest level.
Yeah, it's good to see Nigerian kids aiming very big. A lot of them wanted to become grandmasters. That's the biggest title you can achieve, attain in chess, apart from being a world champion as well, like Magnus Carlsen and Kasparov and all those guys. But
they're not just, I mean, most times when you interview kids about this, they just tell you that they are just having fun. It's going to help them in mathematics and all that in their studies. But these ones are taking it a step further, which is even different from what we normally see of kids that play chess and all. They want to make it, they
want to get to the highest level.
To the highest level, become a professional chess player. Wow. So it's different from the usual kids you see, okay, it's going to help me, in my intellect, in my thinking and everything and all that. But beyond that, I mean, the guy you were trying to mention was Emmanuel Adewumi.
Yes, that's the name.
That's the refugee, the refugee guy in
homeless in the US.
Manhattan and all that. Chess actually, took him out. It was true chess, man. That's when we got to know that you have, it was born in 2010 and all that. I mean, very, very young, like 10 years old or something like that, man. So these things happen, but you just have to chase your dream and see where it's going to take you.
Absolutely. All right, then. So let's get on with the show. You can be a part of it. You can talk to us via our Twitter handle, channels_sports. There's a lot to talk about on the show today. Manchester United fans, I know there are a lot of you watching the show. Are you title contenders now after yesterday's fantastic win over Leeds United, one of the biggest rivals in the Premier League? Roy Keane seems to think so. Thinks United can actually go on and challenge Liverpool. Michael Richards is saying the same thing as well too. Ademola will get your thoughts surely, but you guys can talk to us, channels_sports, and we'll be taking all your tweets. Of course, Sam Allardyce, not the comeback he was hoping for. Baptism of fire on returning to the Premier League. They're thrashed 3-0 by Aston Villa.
The manager was fired after drawing Man City.
Now,
first game at home. Okay.
Yeah,
anyway, you can tell us about the LMC. And most of you have been asking questions. When is Nigerian Professional Football League starting? It's 27th. You have a date. So tell us about it, what we should be expecting from the clubs. But before we talk about LMC, Creative Championship, yes. I mean, updates coming from that side. Match day 5 is these guys are really, really, really playing good football.
Yeah, good football indeed. Cecilia, I've seen pictures coming from the different centers. It's been very, very impressive. Anyways, let's give you the results for match day 5. Games played from Friday to Sunday. 4 games in total. And it was Remo Stars against Dino SC. Remo Stars under 19, by the way. They won that match by 2-0. Imperial FC lost 1-3 against Ijebu United. Emidio and Bagada another draw again. They've been drawing their games like it's going out of fashion. Anyways,
and Igomu, after that draw, they lost.
Not great for
Woefully,
them.
3-1.
Yeah, to Valiant FC. So that's the updates coming from the Creative Championship. All right, then, let's come back and talk about the big one. You asked for it, you finally have the answer. 27th of December, that's when the Nigeria Professional Football League 2020-2021 season will kick off. Cecilia, when that story first came out, it's official, yeah.
It's official now.
You excited?
Before now, there's been stories back and forth with the LMC chairman said they didn't give out any date and they didn't know where sport commentators
We'll get to their dates from.
Yes, because I think they mentioned December 13th earlier, but now it's been confirmed on the 27th, which is a good thing for the NPFL. All coronavirus protocols are to be adhered to, strictly.
Of course.
When it comes to. But one thing that strikes me very, very interesting is the partnership they have with the Red Strike Group.
Okay.
That's the commercial aspect of the NPFL.
Yeah.
Yes.
Looking forward to seeing how that's going to pan out.
Yes. Now, sport lovers can have the chance of even going on Google app to download and watch NPFL games, which is just beautiful. And I think the partnership is going to help in the long term with our footballers, most especially.
That's the hope.
Yes.
You better work.
Okay, from that, sometimes you just want to tune to your TV and just watch it live and all that.
Yeah,
but it's somewhere to start. I mean,
exactly.
it's a place to start from.
Yeah.
But, you mentioned that it's a good thing. I'm like, okay, well, we're celebrating Christmas and all that, the festive period and everything. And these players have been training for, like, forever. I mean, we've spoken to coaches and players, and, like, that's those ones that were able to meet the requirements, because we don't know how many clubs now have met it. Because I remember the sports minister talking on Friday, saying that, look, if it's 6 clubs that they have already, they are the ones that will start with. So we don't know how many have been able to meet. But from the clubs we've spoken with, Wiki Tories, the likes of Aqua United, Rangers, Imba and all that, these clubs are saying that, look, I mean, we have even a Nasarawa and all that, these clubs are saying they are ready to go. So if they're ready to go, and they've been training for like 2-3 months and all that, playing all friendlies, and now you're starting on the 27th when you should be celebrating Christmas. I remember Aqua United saying that they may not be going on break, but they want to organize something for their players so that they don't miss out of the festivity that is going on outside of the camp.
Well, how does playing football disturb you from celebrating Christmas?
They've had enough time enough rest already.
This is a special time, especially with the coronavirus and all that. Sometimes you just want to be with your family.
It's time to work. They can be with their family after the games.
After the games, yes.
Why not?
Okay, what if you're traveling on the road to Adamawa, for instance?
All right, so
we're happy that it's starting. I mean, just excited this morning that finally we have a date. So 27, that's next week.
Confirmed.
We know on Saturday, not even next week.
Yeah.
On Sunday, it's starting
weekend,
this Sunday. So, which is great.
It's great. Awesome.
Right.
Awesome. Can't wait for it to start. All right, let's go to the Premier League and talk about match day 14 games played yesterday and see the results first of all before we analyze everything that went down. Of course, started off with Brighton and Sheffield. Sheffield cannot buy a win to save their lives.
At
2
all.
points
No matter how much
out
they
of
will
14 games.
Wow. Yeah.
That's really,
That's their
really
second
poor.
point of the season.
That's really poor. I don't know. I'm starting to get worried now.
Ludicrous, you should be worried. I mean, the coach still has a job, so
He got a job. Interestingly, Leicester 2-0 over Tottenham. Back-to-back losses for Jose.
A shocker for me. I mean, come on, Tottenham. I was rooting for you. It was a shocker for me.
Leicester.
Brendan Rodgers have never beaten Jose Mourinho.
It was always going to happen one time.
And it happened. So that was what I had, the confidence I had, going to watch this match.
The game for me, there's a Nigerian angle to it. Wilfred Ndidi. Back from injury.
Yeah, we'll talk about that shortly.
His dominance, right?
Of course, it was awesome. Manchester United 6-0 over Leeds United. 6-2. Sorry. West Brom, that's the matchup between Sam Allardyce's West Brom and Aston Villa. Ended 3-0 in favour of Aston Villa. Let's start with that game, not the return Allardyce was hoping to make. What happened? I mean, was it just the red card?
Of course, that affected them. I mean, the captain got a red card. After the game, Allardyce wasn't particularly happy with him. I mean, he threatened that now he's going to strip him off. But going a man down against Aston Villa that has a Jack Grealish and very informed striker.
I
mean,
Gazi is informed.
8 points. 8 points from 14 games for West Brom is not what Allardyce will be envisaging. Looking to want to get them off I mean, that's what he's been brought on to come and do.
Yeah.
And going 3-0 down, he wasn't a happy man yesterday.
Of course.
That Jake Livermore, I mean, that's
yeah.
his tackle on, Jack Grealish. We know it was terrible. But that red card may have affected it because, going a man down, a goal down, going into the break, you think maybe when they come back, they'll have some, some confidence and all that. But 10 players, I mean, who just got their coach fired, you have a new man coming in and all that. They just couldn't, wake up from that, so to speak.
Jake Livermore got to do better. Got to do better.
Just
put his teammates in a whole lot of trouble.
And of course, El Ghazi took advantage of 2 goals, and that was it for the match.
All right, so I believe this morning now, Sam Allardyce realizes the huge task ahead of him in terms of trying to save West Brom.
Let's see if he can pull this one off.
Yeah, never been relegated. That's why they brought it.
Never been relegated. But you know what time football is now? 2.5 years away from the sport. There's a lot have actually changed. I believe that he wouldn't have thought, there's some clubs you see at the top 3, you'd be wondering, what are they doing there? I saw Southampton there on Saturday. I'm like, okay, what's happening? Run, but of course we know they were always going to drop back. At a point they were at the top. I think just for one night. But then when you see clubs like that at the top, and you've been out,
Everton is still there.
Everton is still there.
Yeah,
so there are clubs you want to see, and then you try to look for clubs like Arsenal and all that. You start looking down, you check the top 10, they're not. They're like, where's Arsenal? So at the time it was around. I mean, it wasn't like this. So now you're coming back. So football have actually changed.
The
so you should understand
the festive season now. Loads of game coming in thick and fast. So with the rotational policy of some coaches, definitely some people are going to drop points, some are going to pick up points. And what better time for some clubs to, now is the time to quickly, amass points and close up the gaps with the top boys in the league.
Club closing up the gap, Manchester United. I mean, at the point we were like, okay, are they going to fight for English? I really don't know. I think there was something. There was something about, there was something about Manchester United players when they when they fired out at Old Trafford, in the game. Okay, we know that Leeds and Manchester United, they have a history. The rivalry and all that have always been there. Before Man City, of course, noisy neighbours came up and all that, even way before that. So we've seen, Leeds and United and all that, people always talking. So this game, everyone anticipated it, of course, pumped up. I mean, surprisingly,
this guy scored 2 goals in 3
minutes. It has never happened before in the Premier League.
2 goals.
I mean, he's
McTominay,
of all people, if it was Fernandes or Rashford.
Bringing back memories of Paul Scholes with that first goal he scored, a brilliant hit from almost 30 yards out. And the second goal too, a very good run into the box, and he got that goal and put the keeper away brilliantly. It was a brilliant goal by Fernandes as well, 2 goals.
Fernandes, of course.
So good one for Manchester United.
No, give him. I mean, he's what the brilliant midfielder. I mean, right now, I think I'll pick him ahead of
who's that?
KDB.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Right now on form.
Right now,
right now on form. Current form.
Fair.
I'll pick him ahead. Fair, right?
Fair.
Daniel James. I'm like, I used to like. Is he a footballer? But then he was a footballer last night. I mean,
very
he
pacey
was.
too. Yes.
I mean, I think if you look at United and the goals they've scored so far this season at Old Trafford, only 4, right? And they scored 6 in one night.
And that was a team that struggled to score from open play. There was only one prior to yesterday's game. Yesterday they got 5.
And you know why? Everyone was thinking the game was going to be like maybe a very tough one because Leeds United beat Newcastle, right?
Yes.
5-1.
Yes.
Going
I mean,
into
it's
this...
Marcelo Bielsa we're talking about.
Exactly.
Everybody knows.
The last time he lost,
he was even nominated among the top coaches.
It was in Newell's.
Newell's,
when it's still Argentina. Yeah, but that was a terrible, terrible performance from Leeds United. There's no way you can paint it. And it's very interesting to see Bielsa coming out this morning and say, we're not going to change our style. We're going to stick to it. I think you need to learn to defend better because if you don't, there's a very good chance you might get dragged.
You'll get a very good rest down when it comes to, not keeping up your defenses as, tight and sacked as it should be.
Yeah. Anyways, back to Manchester United. Roy Keane, legend, of course, has been on record, well documented, criticized United a lot of times this season when they haven't played well. But after yesterday's game, I think everyone is getting carried away. It's come out to say that United actually have a very good chance of winning the Premier League. United are in a great position considering how slow they were out of the blocks. If United can get their house in order at home, there's no reason why they can't stay up there. Roy Keane, up there. That means winning the title.
United, they are third with a game in hand, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Third in the game in hand. But this is just...
And if they win that game, they'll be same points with Liverpool, but second based on goal difference.
On goal difference. So he has a right to say...
You're shocked, right? You're trying to digest it. I could feel it. You're trying to digest it.
The reason I side that way was because, I mean, it's just one game and it's a very open season.
Yeah.
So I actually think a lot of the clubs are in the running for the title.
Okay.
But it's a bit knee-jerk to just come after United smashed Leeds, their title contender. We've seen how they've been inconsistent this season. And granted, they've been on a great run of form recently, and that's why they are where they are.
And that's why, Roy Keane, if you check what he said, if they are consistent and the confidence that they actually had against Leeds United, they continue with that. I mean, see what they did against Man City, although the game was boring. I mean,
and everyone knows Roy Keane is not so generous when it comes to
with words,
So for him to say that he sees them, he must have seen some things. And
he saw the win. That's all.
He saw the win.
A very convincing win.
Because we were thinking after 4-1 up, we thought United that we know, okay, they might even concede 3 or 4. But David De Gea, give it to him. I mean, maybe because it was benched in the other game.
Yes.
Dean Henderson, proved himself a little bit apart from that howler he did at the beginning. I think maybe Ole need to do that sometimes. When David is having some horrible moments, I mean, tell him to
put him in
rest.
check.
Put him in check and bring Dean Henderson so you have options right now. So that when he's coming back, he'll be at his best. Because some specific save that he did, about 3 spectacular saves that actually saved them from conceding more goals. And of course, they were not just all defending. Everyone wanted to go score. Even Fred, selfish one.
So good times out to be a Manchester United fan.
Indeed.
Enjoy it while it lasts, because you never know. Let's talk about Tottenham. Cecilia is surprised that they lost to Leicester. I'm not surprised one bit, because Leicester are coached by a very good manager. Brendan Rodgers, who seems to know Jose very well because they work together.
Yeah.
And
yesterday,
lost to
Everton before now.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, yeah. Exactly. That even makes them even more dangerous because they're coming off the back of a terrible loss.
Yes.
And also you have Tottenham also losing. I mean, considering that late goal to Liverpool. So we're not expecting these guys to lose back to back.
Anyways, they did. Sergio, my goodness.
I mean,
what was he thinking
it was a rugby-like tackle.
What was he doing?
It was a rugby-like tackle on what's the name of the defender? Fofana.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessary
at all.
It was almost half-time break, and you went on and committed a foul like that, putting your team at a huge disadvantage, because the team that has Jamie Vardy, James Maddison, Wilfred Ndidi, and Kasper Schmeichel. I mean, come on, you don't make such terrible decisions, errors in high-stake match as
like
this.
Yeah.
So I'm sure Mourinho will not be a happy man yesterday.
I mean, this expression was after that own goal. It was like, what are these two guys thinking? Like, you have Jamie Vardy in between and
it was a bit unlucky. I mean, Toby Alderweireld, Vardy was very smart with the knockback, and unfortunately,
he got on his head.
Yeah,
and flying head. It was brilliant.
It just brushed off his
Son.
But I think the goal was actually brilliant. Okay.
Son. Heung-min Son had a brilliant chance in the half-hour mark, just to half the deficit. But Kasper Schmeichel was just too brilliant, and on the night, and he made a fantastic save. And Mourinho losing to I mean, come on, nobody saw that coming.
I didn't see that. Thank you. I have someone who agrees with me. We need to go on a short break. We'll be back after this. Yeah, okay. I mean, he doesn't want to blame any of the players. He knows that some of them made mistakes and all that. Leicester were good on the night. The little mistakes they made, they took advantage of that. And, of course, when you have Ndidi back and in good form, in every department, he dominated the game except scoring.
Yeah, doesn't need to score. That's
but
job.
He needs to, stop the guys from scoring.
Exactly what he did.
I mean, he can stop play and all that. Allow those Yemi Song and Harry Kane running around everybody. Come on, guys. I mean, I
thought it was a tactical masterclass.
It was from Brendan Rodgers, right? Okay.
Yeah, they denied Son and Kane.
They didn't have that free flow at
Exactly, and the times when they had to foul them, they did foul them.
And it was professional foul.
It's very smart.
I love it.
Just got to look for another way now. Because it's worked to, I mean, devastating effect. Already Kane dropping deep and spraying those passes, but it looks like they're starting to figure them out now.
I mean, so just stop the flow and they won't get the goals.
Anyway,
the supply.
Good one for them.
Games for today, right?
Yes.
Chelsea, of course, being Arsenal, another team they've lost. Okay.
Back to back.
Back to back now. Will there be a third? I don't think so. They don't do that.
It's
No,
a
they don't
tough
do
one,
that.
though.
It's a tough one. Yeah, it's a
very
tough one, but they usually don't do that. Against West Ham, I mean, Chelsea, West Ham, Burnley, and Wolves. This one can go either way because Burnley right now, Sometimes
Demola,
you never can
what do you
predict.
say? Chelsea, West Ham.
I mean,
Derby.
it's a
London
derby.
Yeah.
And Chelsea has only won once in 4 or 5 meetings against West Ham in the last 5 matches. The last time they met, West Ham won Chelsea 3-2. But now with the firepower Chelsea has, I mean, I expect them. And the only slight advantage is the fact that they're playing at home. So I expect the Chelsea win tonight. It's going to be tough.
No fans, though.
No fans, but it's going to be tough.
Tough.
You expect Declan Rice to show up today as well, in the middle of the park for West Ham.
So about Chelsea for the win?
Chelsea for the win for me, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Burnley Wolves, I think Wolves will just edge that one. Yes, they will just edge that one.
Okay.
Interesting.
So Chelsea give it to them, right?
Yes.
Okay, they need to bounce back because
We'll
it was all about Tottenham, Chelsea, Liverpool, and of course Leicester.
Yeah.
But right now, if you look at the table, you're seeing Liverpool, Leicester, Manchester United, Everton, and Tottenham. Where's Chelsea? I'm looking for them right now. Ace or something, right? You have to search.
That's what happens when you lose 2 games in a row. It's so
6
tight.
points.
It's just
So you can't afford to do
it is
that.
just
So
the way
these
it
two
is.
teams
Yes.
have lost 2 in a row.
Yes.
Have dropped at Tottenham right now, 5th position. Liverpool, Everton have moved up. Tonight, if they can't get that, they should be able to also move up. Okay, let's leave that and quickly read some tweets,
Before the
Tayo.
papers, yeah.
For the papers.
Yeah.
Okay. Where are we coming from? Let's start with Professor Enahena talking about Manchester United. Okay, Man United have been consistently inconsistent until the supporters are sure that the team don't play like a beleaguered club. And when they can be trusted with a long run of positive results, then the supporters can begin to dream of winning anything, though. Okay. Gariola Adio is talking to Tayo. Mr. Tayo, Chelsea helps to build great minds. A great mind is capable of producing more money than you can ever imagine, among other things. Ask King Solomon. Okay, we're not alive when he was doing it. I was a chess instructor, and it was one of the most fulfilling period of my life. He wasn't talking about them making money. He was talking about some popular sports like basketball, football, which kids usually want to go into, and that's what you meant by here. But he's talking about...
But I like the angle as well, too.
Great
He's talked
minds.
about the great minds can actually go out there and develop incredible
Stuff,
technology and make even more money.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Fantastic.
It's all about choices. And Bosun says, I do not doubt the pedigree of Big Sam. He has a proven track record of turning things around.
Okay.
I think he will rescue West Brom at the end of this season. Fingers crossed.
At the expense of Udo.
Mayowa says, hi guys, you're looking good. Okay, Tayo, your haircut. Again, everyone. Mine is just daydreaming. The thrashing of Leeds United is just a flash.
Okay.
Liverpool is in pole position to defend the title.
Liverpool.
And Bosu again talked about Arsenal. Arteta has now crawled into a hole too deep to get out of. With the festive fixtures coming fast and thick, it's only a matter of matches before he gets the marching orders. Okay.
There's one more from Noble Flyer.
Okay.
Just trying to remind us of something he said in the past.
Okay. Oh, all right. Okay. Noble Flyer said, Cecilia, remember when I told you United is a strong title contender and it was laughed off by Shola Rogers and yourself. Watch this space for the shock and we'll have a game. And we have a game in hand. Let's see how it goes. Merry Christmas in advance. Thank you so much.
Christmas
Okay, MD Special says, as a Man United fan, I'm happy with the team performances. Keep it up, guys.
Wow.
Okay.
United getting carried away as
Getting
usual.
carried away. But I love what
Anyways.
Professor Enahena said. That's what we should be watching consistently. Consistency, that's what matters, right?
Yes, it does.
Let's go to the papers now. We'll start with Sporting Life. Sporting Life, what you have here is Timo Werner fires back at critics. Okay, the only way you can do that, don't talk. Just score.
the goals.
It's easy, right?
Shut
If
them
it's the
up with
match
the
winner
goals.
today, then it simply means there's no points. Just shut them up and that's it. Mo Salah open to joining Real Madrid or Barcelona. Where's he coming from? I learned that. I mean, from what I've read, that he's very, very unhappy.
I
at
think
Liverpool.
it stems from a game against Michelin. He was expecting to be named captain of the team on the night, but then it went to Trent Alexander-Arnold. So reports coming up from the camp is that he wasn't too pleased about that decision by the manager, that he should have been made captain on the night.
Yeah, but is that enough to want to leave?
I don't think so. Of course, you want to make as much as possible, put yourself up in the market, the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona, and tell them, you guys, I don't know what's trying to
I'm
do.
available. It's trying to tell everyone.
Yeah, you guys can try me in the summer. Anyway,
okay, contract extension. Zinedine Zidane quiet on Ramos' future. Really? I didn't even thinking about that. That guy is Real Madrid.
Yeah, but for the length of the contract I want, Real are not willing. I don't know why.
What is wrong with it? That's how Raul Gonzalez and of course the goalkeeper Casillas, all of them, and all these senior players. And these are club legends that should stay there. Okay, we're Friday the day. Okay. Stop me from babysitting. Really? She's so cool. I know most people will not allow that. Just Pele sends emotional message to Messi after he levels his record. If you read that, I mean, he was talking about players who are no longer loyal to their clubs. So for all the players we have right now, I think after Messi that has stayed longer in the club, Sergio Ramos.
Yeah, well, how does that make them not loyal? I mean, how does it make a player wanting to play for another club not loyal? He's paid his dues, he's scored goals for them, and if he says, okay, I want to go try a new experience,
something else,
doesn't make him loyal.
Besides all his very good friends.
He said it was a hard thing to do. That's what he... Have you read it?
No.
Okay, so read it before you comment. Please,
no,
let me hear you. I don't want to listen to time.
I mean, Messi, we all know, I mean, a one club man over the years, equal Pele's record. I mean, brilliant for him.
Yeah.
But I think it's more emotional than practical for Messi now because most of his friends, so to say, have left over time. Xavi, Iniesta, those were the guys that used to make things happen for him. And then of recent, Suarez left, and he wasn't too pleased about the whole scenario, the whole circumstances that led to Suarez leaving. So maybe want to go try, out.
Just another experience. Sporting Sun in the show's class, we talked about that already. Alex Iwobi targets Man United's cup. Okay, that's in the Carling Cup. I believe Ronaldo makes another history, of course.
Okay.
Ronaldo and Messi keep making history.
They keep making it. I mean, because no player is even close to the credit or the stock up they've piled up, so it's hard to reach. Thank you so much, Ademola, for coming.
Thank you for having me, Sisi.
It's great to have you, man.
Thank you, Tayo.
Right, thank you guys for watching. I'm Cecilia Mogbe. Have a great day.
I am Tayo Salam. Join us again tomorrow.